It is easy to become comfortable with the enemy you know, our familiar foes. But to discount the menaces that lurk beyond the known world is to risk a rude awakening that can become a nightmare. This nightmare is the Mongol invasion.
Okay, guys, welcome back. So, we've got one battle to fight this turn, and it's actually all the way over in Africa, North Africa. So, quickly, we'll go over the campaign map. We've got a rebel group that needs to be dealt with here by the General Blob, or the General Army, as I should probably be calling it. I think I've shown them before. They've been kind of hanging out in this region here, just defeating very small Danish forces that keep coming over, like 1-2 unit stacks. Just kind of holding them back and stopping them from taking Antwerp. But after I failed a council mission, like a mission issued by the Council of Nobles, this rebel army appeared in my lands. And at first I didn't draw an immediate I guess, straight line from one to the other, but I think this rebel group actually did spawn, literally, like, right after I failed the mission. And so I wonder if failing those missions actually do have, like, some kind of negative consequences where, like, rebels can spawn. Like, I assume based on, like, the supporters of the nobles who issued that mission and are now disappointed that I didn't follow through on it. I don't remember that being a thing from when I played Medieval 2 years ago, but that may just be my own ignorance of how it works rather than because I actually knew what I was talking about back then. But I just feel like this army just popped up right at that moment, and I think they're linked together. Those two events are linked together. Regardless, I think the generals will have no trouble destroying this force, to be honest, so not a huge deal. Alright, then here in southern France, a couple of things have changed. I can't remember. I believe I mentioned that we had a mission to leave the Milanese alone, which is why we turned our attention to France. What we have here is the army of Edward of Oxford, who's come from Genoa to take Marseille. Now, he just got there this turn, so he needs to build up some ladders, but then we're going to attack it. To be honest, the forces here are not really elite. We'll probably take a fair number of casualties, of course, but I think it's definitely something we can take with our force without having to, like, siege it out or anything like that. If we do take too many casualties among our mercenary spearmen, we do have an extra unit here that we can recruit. We have a unit back here in Genoa, and we have John here, who is escorting 3 units of mercenary spearmen from northern France down here to Marseille. So even if the casualties are pretty severe, we should be able to replenish and get him back to fighting the Milanese. Because we've only got 3 turns to go, so by the time he has like taken the city and replenished, we should be able to be good to go to fight the Milanese again. And despite having just one single settlement, as you can see, they do have sizable forces here. Now, I'm not sure how sizable the forces are here at Milan itself. In fact, I really should bring back one of my spies just to keep an eye on them. Let's see, I think I have a spy over here. Yes, you get over here and keep an eye on things over here by this army. All right, but anyway, because it would be kind of funny if their forces were, like, far away from their settlement, and then I just was able to take it. But at the same time, it looks like they'll be taking Bern here very soon, if not the next turn. So we won't be able to eliminate these armies by taking Milan. We will have to come up here and take Bern as well. Oh, and I just realized I actually do still have a spy up here. Yeah, it's a pretty small garrison. We could definitely take that out. All right, let's send you back over here, though, so that we can kind of keep an eye on things over here. And then we'll have this spy, once he gets over here, kind of keep an eye on stuff over here. Right, but anyway, so yes, Edward is going to take Marseille next turn, and then we have the army of Prince Tostig. Now, I don't think he's going to be able to take Toulouse, to be frank. First off, it's a fortress, so I believe that means it has 2 layers of walls, not just one. And he also has levy spearmen rather than the mercenary spearmen, so his troops are of much lower quality. To top it off, the enemy defenders are actually pretty high quality, some of them. We've got dismounted feudal knights, who are quite excellent. And of course, some armored sergeants. Now, obviously, the peasants aren't that great, but even the peasant crossbowmen, I mean, if they're in a position where they can fire on me from the walls while I can't really fire back, or at least not very well, I mean, they could do some damage. I mean, they do have, like, armor-piercing bolts. Missile attack is actually pretty good. Let's see, that's 9. How much is that compared to? See, technically, it's even better than my longbowmen. I think the downside to them is they have a very low rate of fire because crossbows don't fire very fast. But anyway, so basically here's the plan. Prince Tostig was here, and I decided, it was pointless to try and chase down all these really tiny little French forces here. I'm just going to hold Toulouse under siege for a while. Maybe they'll come out and attack. Maybe these forces will join up and try and attack. But regardless, I really would prefer to fight a field battle with the units that I have here rather than trying to actually take the place by attack. And so I want to just kind of see what these forces do before, I guess, deciding how to proceed. Nicholas here just had like a little, I guess, reinforcement backup force here, and he was following around Prince Tostig's army, but I realized that if he continued to follow him, he could probably be attacked by some of these smaller forces here and trigger the battle, but not as reinforcements. He would be the primary attacker, and I didn't want that either. So I basically sent him to hide in the trees here. As you can see, he's kind of in ambush position, so hopefully he could just kind of stay hidden there while the French do whatever it is they're going to do. I guess if they catch him and kill him, it's not the end of the world, but I'd prefer if he lived, naturally. Alright, so that's it here in the south of France. So now let's go over here to Egypt. I do have a spy training up. As you guys saw from the little cinematic at the beginning of this episode, the Mongols are here. And so I do want a spy to send over in their direction to just kind of keep an eye on things and see what they're up to at all times. In fact, I may actually have this spy just kind of mosey his way on over here. I'm actually surprised there's so many rebel towns here. It seems like the Egyptians and the Turks haven't been taking them. It's a little odd. I mean, you could say that that's free cities for me. Because I could just avoid going to war with Egypt and just kind of scoot around them and go and take like these settlements here. The only problem is, of course, is that the Mongols are over here, so it is quite possible that these rebel settlements will be under Mongol control very soon. It probably would be a bad idea for me to just bypass the Egyptians like that. Alright, but anyway. Here is the one battle we need to fight. Dongola. Now, you may recall, we actually took Dongola in the past. It was a rebel castle, or like a motte and bailey, I think it was. So I converted it to a city because I figured I didn't really have a use for a small castle down here, and maybe we could build it up into a bigger settlement. But it was weird. The public order was like stuck at 51%. Like if I changed the tax rate or had troops leave and come back, it never changed. It was always rebellious. So I just basically left and decided to let it rebel, and maybe if I took it, I would fix whatever weird glitch I guess was affecting it. Small problem, as you may have noticed, it didn't simply become a rebel settlement again, they actually joined the Moors. And apparently, when a settlement of yours rebels and joins another faction, you automatically go to war with that other faction, or at least that's what I assume happened. Because, yeah, it just automatically placed us at war with the Moors. So, the plan is we're going to take Dongola this turn. And then I have my diplomat here in Spain. He's going to head down to the Moors' capital over here and see if we could get a peace deal after that. because I really don't need any wars right now with the Moors. So if we could just kind of smooth over this little minor misunderstanding, that would be preferable. All right, but anyway, here, let's have you back up just a bit, because I don't really need him in the battle. And yes, we're not going to use any battering rams or anything. We have the catapults, so we're just going to attack right now as we are. As you can see, they have a bunch of Sudanese tribesmen who actually aren't too bad, but hopefully we can pepper them with arrows and I don't know, maybe we could even get in some catapult shots. We'll find out here. But anyway, let's go ahead and get right into the battle.
Show no mercy.
Okay, guys, welcome to the battle. And welcome to me turning off fire weaponry because I completely forgot to do that. Oh, and they are actually already running. Well, that's fine. Basically, what we'll do is we're going to have our catapults take out the gate as well as these two towers here. Then what I'll do is I'll probably just move my longbowmen forward. Close. I think we should be able to hit them while still being outside of the settlement. And the same with the catapults, though, to be entirely honest, I don't think the catapults will be able to really hit them because this building is in the way. Then again, we could possibly burn that building down, and then it wouldn't be in our way anymore. Such lovely possibilities. All right, but anyway, it looks like it'll be a few minutes before we have the gate and the towers taken down, so I will just bring you guys back once we've advanced to the next stage of the battle. Okay, guys, welcome back. And as you can see, the enemy have very obligingly, bunched up into this, just this blob of troops here, and so we are just pummeling them with arrows and doing what looks like a good amount of damage. I don't see... No, I don't see any other troops anywhere else, so apparently they just piled all 6 or so of their units into this area right here, which is kind of interesting. Let's put them on guard mode, and then we'll tell them to stop, just so that I deliberately told 2 of them to open fire, and I'd rather they not move from that spot. All right, well, look at that. That was some good damage to start off there. All right, so now let's switch to fire here. Well, apparently I can't actually target that building. I guess what we'll do is we'll have them fire at will, since it looks like they're coming back anyways. We'll just see what the catapults are able to do. Maybe they'll burn this building down.
Badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Maybe not. I guess we'll find out. Ooh, that was some good damage there. Ooh, as were those. Very nice. Wait a minute. Oh, apparently, one of their guys actually got all the way out here, which is kind of interesting. You know what? We're going to actually tell the catapults to fire specifically on a target now, because these guys are getting very close. In fact, they're actually leaving the settlement. Let's see. Longbowmen. Stop firing at will. Cavalry. Charge in there and go get them. That was unexpected. I actually didn't think they would come out of the settlement like that.
The enemy general has no honor. The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
All right, you know what?
With us today. We've captured the enemy's wall.
Stop firing.
By St. George, we've captured the enemy's general. That'll teach the cowardly dog to turn tail and run. Now
Yes, that's very nice.
Units, double time!
There is a bit of a problem, though. I told them to stop firing because even though it looks like this building is quite damaged, it doesn't actually seem to be losing any health. So I don't think the catapults will be able to do really anything to, like, fire on the units that are back there. For some reason, I can't get them to form back up again. I guess to be fair, some of them are just kind of hanging around there in the settlement itself. All right, there we go. All right, form your ranks again. And yeah, they can still fire into the center of the settlement from that position. Still, the catapults actually did pretty good too. Managed to get a couple of shots in as they were coming around the corner here, and obviously we killed a whole bunch of them here. Let's have these guys go ahead and fire at will now. They'll probably fire into that bunch over there. But to be honest, we still have most of our ammunition, at least for the longbowmen. Of course, now we're using the plunging fire instead of the direct fire, so... Oh! Unless, of course, they obligingly come around the corner, in which case we can switch back to direct fire, and we can see how devastating that is. Oh, I wonder if they'll come charging out of the settlement again, actually. That's something I hadn't considered. In fact, could we have a Crusader Sergeant unit just kind of step forward? Basically, we'll have them turn and protect the longbowmen if that proves necessary. Honestly, it doesn't seem like it'll be necessary. Wavering. Okay, yep, they're gone. Actually, to be honest, it would probably be better if we actually had one of the cavalry units step forward instead, because they could actually chase... Oh, here they come. Alright, stop firing. There we go, just get in there and take out those 6 guys there. And then we can have the longbowmen fire on the other guys over there. Go get him! Go get him! One more! One more!
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast,
there we go.
Victory will be ours.
All right, let's have these guys start firing again. And I think they'll target... Well, I guess I don't know which unit they'll target, but whichever they do is fine. And here they come again. All right, we've got some of our Crusader Knights here, just waiting for them. Oh, except they're immediately turning around again. All right, are you guys going to come out or not? You can either sit here and die in the center of the settlement to lots and lots of arrow fire, or you could come out and die to the swords of the Crusader Knights. The choice is yours. Alright, but I guess, anyway, guys, once again, it looks like we're just going to kind of sit here and watch them get shot with arrows as they kind of run back and forth. So I will bring you guys back once more. Either once the battle is finished, or maybe if they decide to actually fully come out and try and attack our longbowmen. Okay, guys, welcome back once again. So the longbowmen actually fired all of their arrows, and as you can see, we whittled them down quite a bit, but we weren't able to fully kill them. So I've actually brought in my own mercenary Sudanese tribesmen to come in here and finish them off. And they've got the general here to back them up as well, just in case they're needed. We actually do have more mercenaries we could possibly hire as well, too, which might be a good thing, too, because we can't replace any of the casualties for our Crusader Sergeants, or the Crusader Knights either, for that matter. We might have to rely on some local levies to assist us in some of our battles. Alright, General, get in here and assist with finishing them off.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Oh, that's right, I forgot, the General's units in these games, or units in general in this game, won't pass through friendly units to attack, or at least not really.
Attack!
Here we go.
We await your command. Charge! All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Victory for us, and finally a battle that had like minimal casualties. Seems like it's been a while since we've had one of those. Let's see. We lost one of the tribesmen, and we lost a few of the longbowmen, probably when they came out and attacked us outside the gate there. But apart from that, as you can see, the longbowmen did the lion's share of the damage here, though the catapults did a fair bit. Not too bad at all. And of course the tribesmen did a bit of casualties there as well, certainly more than they themselves took. Alright, but anyway, that's it. So let's take this back to the campaign map and see if we still have some public order issues here. You know what? I guess we can try for a ransom. I don't think it would really harm us if we did. Though it would certainly harm them, wouldn't it?
Victory! Nothing can stop us, sire. The settlement has fallen. Take the spoils of war.
Okay, well, they're still very unhappy. I sort of want to exterminate just to remove as much of the population as possible, but to be honest, if they're unhappy because of that, I guess, bug, or at least I assume it's a bug, I don't suppose it's like hard-coded on purpose for this region to just be like perpetually rebellious. Or at least perpetually rebellious if you convert it to a town, because now that I think about it, it was fine when it was still like a castle. Well, alright, you know what? We're going to try for it. Thus 3 dread. Yeah, I would think that the Moors would be unhappy with us for this. Oh, but hey, they're happy. So wait, is it... Okay, so it's not hard-coded. It was some kind of, I guess, just weird bug that was occurring. Alright, well, that's good to know. Because I was very concerned about that, to be honest. That seemed very weird. Alright, but anyway, we have now successfully put out the fires, and this place is now loyal to an extent. We might be able to up that loyalty a little more with some conversion, and we might need to build some happiness buildings and stuff as well. Actually, we have a lot of building just in general to do here, but anyway, that's it for now. So I think, yeah, actually, no, that really well and truly is it for now. So I will bring you guys back as more of interest occurs. Okay, guys, welcome back. And I definitely did not have to wait very long. This is literally the end turn of the same turn that I left you guys off on. And the French decided to waste no time. They immediately gathered, well, some forces. I'm actually kind of surprised. They didn't gather these troops or these troops. They must have grabbed the troops that were here, but then there must have been more troops somewhere around here because this army seems bigger than I think it was when it was standing over here. But anyway, the point is that they have attacked the prince's army that was besieging Toulouse on basically the end turn of the same turn where we started besieging it. Now, the army that's actually initiating the attack is a very interesting one. I think, I could be wrong, but I think we could actually send our cavalry out here and just obliterate this army with just the cavalry. Basically, my thought process is we could just rush them out there, attack most of these units with a charge, even go around the back and try and take out these ballistas. Because the only units that here that have any anti-cavalry bonuses are the spear militia here, and even they are not like great spearmen or anything. So I think we could play a little game here of just charging in, backing up, charging in, backing up over and over again against many of their units here, and just crush this army with the 5 cavalry units that we have here. Meanwhile, while they're doing that, the infantry, the bowmen, and the catapults will set up on a position where they can receive the attack from the garrison. Which I'm much more confident about taking out this garrison in an open field battle, as I think I mentioned, than I am in an actual siege, like where I'm the attacker and they're the defenders. A lot of armor-piercing longbowmen arrows, plus some fiery catapult shots, which should make short work of even the best armored knight among their ranks. So, let's go ahead then and get right into the battle. This should be an interesting one.
Leave your mercy behind, men!
Okay, guys, welcome to the battle. So, I've arrayed my cavalry over here, and I've actually already given them their order to go forward. You see they're going to go right about here. And then we're going to kind of just charge into the sides of these units here and hopefully get in amongst their like ballistas and stuff as well. It'd be nice if we could also actually just kill off their captain, which looks like he's in a town militia unit. So hopefully we could just break this force as quickly as we possibly can. Now, our starting position for the rest of the army is up here on this kind of hill over here. So that's where they are in relation to the rest of the army. As you can see, the enemy reinforcements are going to come onto the battlefield right here. Now, I'm not entirely sure if they're within range, but I'm hoping that they kind of come within range and we can just shoot them again with arrows and with our catapults as they kind of approach our forces here. That definitely would be better than the alternative, which is basically them just kind of ignoring our forces here and just charging over this hill to try and assist the rest of their army. I suppose that would give us time to reposition our forces and like turn them around to face them if that is in fact what they end up doing. So anyway, let us begin. Cavalry are getting out there. The enemy are just getting onto the battlefield over there. You guys charge in over there. You guys charge in over there. You guys charge in over there. You guys kind of get over here. And actually, General, why don't you kind of just get on over here? I don't see our catapults or anything firing, so that's a little unfortunate.
True and steadfast, victory will be ours.
You guys get over here. You guys get over here.
Enemy general has no honor.
All right, charge into the rear of those ballistas there. All right, get over there. Get them. Get them. All right, what are reinforcements doing? Okay, they actually are approaching our infantry, and I see our catapults are just now opening fire. Very good. All right, cavalry, catch them. Catch them. Oh wait, these guys are still fighting. Take them out.
Longbows.
Their longbowmen are firing. Oh, I forgot to use sharpened stakes. Oh well. That's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. All right, you guys get over here and attack these peasants here. Actually, no, these peasants here. All right, you guys get over here and attack these spear militia. Actually, if we could grab one of the rearmost units and tell them to get after... Oh wait, these are both spear militia. So these were the two units that have anti-cavalry bonuses here.
Only half the enemy force remains. By St. George, our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
Okay, target the crossbowmen specifically. Actually, why don't you guys do the same? Alright, we'll have one unit of knights go back, because I thought I saw... Yeah, there's a ballista unit over there that is gaining control of their equipment again. See, I think the rest of you can just kind of get on over here, because it looks like we're going to need to assist our army here in a second. Alright, you guys fire here, you guys fire here, you guys fire there. I thought I told the catapults to fire on... Oh, these guys became detached from their gear. Right, you guys all fire here. Oh, the feudal knights are running. All right, very nice. You guys fire here. You guys fire here. You guys fire there. All right, are you guys doing your work? It looks like it. Here, go after them too now. Oh, there are more peasants over here. Actually, you guys get over there and take them out. Alright, catapults. Stop firing, because now we're going to have our cavalry just rush in here and let them have it. In fact, archers. I think we can sweep them from the field now. Get those armored sergeants. Whoa, what the heck? I told...
Only half the enemy force remains.
Alright, yay, victory, but what the heck? Oh, shoot, I had them set to fire at will still. Alright, there we go. My mistake. That's my mistake. Alright, yes, kill, kill, kill. Make sure you get mostly the feudal knights, please. Let's see. Do we have any other enemies in this direction? Ah, we do. So, there you go. Go ahead and finish them off. To be honest, it looks like a bunch of them got away, though. I don't know if that means that they're going to make it back to the settlement, back into Toulouse. They should be greatly diminished, though, so we could probably... Yeah, let's see, look at that. That unit's only down to 51 guys. I unfortunately cannot tell what those units are over there, but I think we did considerable damage to them. So even if we do have to continue the siege and, like, make an assault, it's much more doable now.
By the grace of God, our foe is utterly vanquished. Let all who remember this day remember it as the day of our most glorious victory.
Indeed, it was actually quite a good victory. I assume that is the unit that probably lost the most men simply because they got charged by some knights there, but hold on, let's take a look at the actual casualties here. Okay, naturally the cavalry did very well, though this unit didn't do nearly as well as the others. I'm assuming they didn't get into the fighting as much. The Levy spearmen didn't really inflict a lot of casualties, truth be told. In fact, they took a heck of a lot more casualties than they actually gave. But still, they did their job of holding back the enemy so that they could be shot by the longbowmen, which certainly happened, and by the catapults, which... the catapults didn't do a whole lot of damage either, to be honest. See, the problem, I think, is that the catapults are most useful in large-scale battles, where there's a lot of enemies, they're, like, bunching up. That's where they can do the most of their damage. I mean, they're also really useful in siege battles, obviously. In fact, I basically consider them essential at this point in siege battles, but in the field, it kind of depends on whether they're useful or not. And I mean, that's not nothing, and I think they do cause fear amongst the enemy troops. as they're being, burnt to death by big, burning rocks. But still, anyways, looks like basically everyone still managed to do their part to give us this great victory. So let's get back to the campaign map. So here's the problem again with ransoming. Because if they accept that ransom, all these guys will probably make it back into Toulouse, and it will have a considerable garrison. Like a considerable garrison. I mean, admittedly, many of them are just, militia. But still, there would be feudal knights, there would be armored sergeants. So, no. No, I don't think we shall.
These people now kneel before us, my lord.
Yes, and I think we'll just go ahead and occupy it. Oh, this is the Holy Roman Empire. I thought the French were about to, attack.
Oh. I have something to discuss with
you. No, absolutely not. First off, you want an alliance. Your enemies are the Papal States, though, which admittedly, the Pope isn't very happy with me, but I'm working on getting him happy with me. And I think an alliance with you would just be a bad idea. But on top of that, you actually want me to pay you money for this alliance that I don't think is even a very good idea. So we're just going to say no.
No matter, Lord. Perhaps until next time.
Oh. So wait, I had a Council of Nobles mission to blockade the port of Toulouse. Yeah, actually, we'll take him. I mean, I have plenty of generals, obviously, but, let's see, Alexandria, no. The Pope is, I mean, the Pope is dead, and it's a very sorrowful moment for all of us to note the passing of His Holiness. So, let's click that, and it looks like we're going to have a papal election. Oh, but before we actually click on that notification, can I actually look at the College of Cardinals? I can. Okay. Let's see, we have... Alright, I don't have a preferati myself, but I do have 3 votes, which is actually pretty good. Definitely don't want the Milanese guy to get in. It would be okay if the Papal States guy got in, or the Holy Roman Empire. So that's Gottfried or Celis, or Celis, I think. See, what would everyone vote for, though? Let's see, Venice. Oh, Venice would almost certainly vote for the Holy Roman Empire, because they're their protectorate. Hungary, I guess you don't really have any skin in the game. Actually, you're enemies of Venice, so you'd probably vote for, like, the Papal States guy or the Milanese guy. Portugal. And this is just my guessing, by the way. I have no idea if the AI actually takes alliances and enemies into account when it does its voting. I sort of assume it does, but I could be wrong about that. Let's see, Portugal is allied with Venice as well, so maybe they would vote for the Holy Roman Empire guy? I mean, I don't know if they would necessarily vote for, like, the vassal of one of their allies, even if the game does take alliances into account. I don't know if it would take, like, vassalage into account. Okay. I don't know who... France would probably vote for the Milanese guy. Okay. I guess I doubt the Papal States guy would get in. It would probably be the Holy Roman Empire or the Milanese. And I would prefer the Holy Roman Empire guy to get in, so maybe I should vote for him with my cardinals. Okay, come on. Please, 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 please. Vote for the correct guy. Pope Arrigus. That does not sound like the name of the preferati that I chose. And it also says, His Holiness believes the flames of eternal damnation are too good for you! Come on! Why can't I ever get this correct? So wait, was it the Papal States guy, or was this the Milanese guy? Wait a minute, it was... Wait, it's tied? Okay, it's tied. But for some reason, the Milanese guy got in, even though it was tied. Oh, and of course, they all those undecided voters. Yeah, so Venice did vote for their vassal, for the Holy Roman Empire. Again, that makes sense. Hungary voted for them? France voted for them. That makes sense. I think they're allies. Hungary is not. Portugal might be as well, actually. Wait a minute. Why? It was tied. Oh, I wonder how it decides who wins a tie. That's a good question. All right, well, anyway, I'm not actually excommunicated yet, but momentarily, I will be excommunicated. You know, maybe I should just throw it to the winds and, well, no. You see, the only problem with excommunication, in my particular case, I guess, because all the other factions hate me anyway, so I'll be at war with them regardless. But being excommunicated also does negative public order to all of my settlements, so I want to avoid it if possible, because then I have to lower the tax rate, which costs me money. Of course, the Milanese guy would get in. Of course, the freaking Milanese guy would get in. All right, well, that was a bit of a damper, truth be told, upon our glorious victory to take Toulouse without a siege. But still, we are successful regardless. Why is Dijon angry? Okay, well, we'll come back to that. Anyway, we'll have Marseille to attack this turn, and we'll have to take it quickly before the Pope tells us to stop attacking our fellow Christians, which will almost certainly happen very, very soon. So anyway, we'll come back to that once I've done some campaign map stuff. So I will see you guys as something more of interest occurs, which should be somewhat soon. Or actually, now that I look at the timers here, this might be the next episode. But anyway, regardless, I will bring you guys back.